Hi, my name's Steve. This is my business partner, Austin. And today we're going to look at marketing as a bookkeeper who hates selling. And it seems like we've talked about this a little bit before, but I think it's important enough to go back over it and hit the main points because I know how you bookkeepers are and you're great at bookkeeping, but you're not so good at selling. So we've got to get that squared away. For most of you, even hearing the word become a salesperson or salesman, saleswoman makes you almost cringe. And that's why we're going to do one more video about this to just get it across that you're not actually selling, you're just presenting, exactly what you do, and you're not going to really be pushy about it. So this is what selling is not, and how you do not have to frame it this way. You're not trying to push somebody into doing something they don't want to do. So we are not doing that. Um, Marketing is making sure the right people find you and trust you before they even reach out. So we're already going to get to that part. So they're going to come to you a lot of times, and then you're just going to show them what you got. When your marketing works, customers come to you pre-sold. That's ideal. And your job on a discovery call isn't really to sell, it's just to confirm the fit and let them know exactly what you do and pricing, that kind of stuff. And they either decide it's right fit or it's not. And even if it's not, let's say you're too expensive, that's a good thing. You want to be too expensive because you're going to be right for somebody else. You already have the traits that make content marketing work because almost every bookkeeper is actually a good writer that we've come across. You guys are excellent at making content. If you looked at LinkedIn, other places, bookkeepers are great at it. So you're detail oriented, which means your content comes naturally to you. It's accurate, thorough, well written. You're systematic. You know that every 3 days you want to get something out. You get that done every 3 days. Whatever it is, whatever your system is, you're great at it. You do it. You're trustworthy. That comes through on camera. It comes through on writing. Comes through on everything you do. You show that you know what you're doing, and you don't oversell. That makes prospects trust you more. So you're not trying to sell them into the huge package if they don't need it. You sell them exactly what they need, and that's what builds trust as well. So we wanted to talk to you about the four marketing methods that don't feel like selling. And us is making me laugh for some reason.
I'll explain after the video as well.
I guess she's finding some humor in the stuff I'm saying. I don't know. Maybe I've got something on my nose, or I don't know. I'll
Yeah.
figure it out later. So here we go. The four marketing methods that don't feel like selling. And these are the most important ones for you to do. And we've talked about this one ad nauseum. Google Business Profile. You're tired of hearing about it. We've talked about it so much. Set it up right and let Google send people to you. That's your best case scenario. We got St. George, Utah bookkeepers. And let's just look up. I don't want to go to the first one necessarily, but maybe that's where I'll
I
have
think
to go.
there's more.
Let's see. I'm looking for one another. Okay, so bookkeeping service. Let's look up. He doesn't even have a website.
There's Red Rock.
All right, let's look up Red Rock, who is surprisingly closed right now, although I guess the time difference. All right, let's just see what they got. Maybe they'll surprise us. All right, Red Rock. So their main category is bookkeeping. That seems like that could be right. Identifies as women owned. Let's look at all. All right, I go to all pictures and you can see that we're not seeing a boatload of them there. We're getting outside of a building, which is not terrible as part of a bigger group, but in and of itself, it's not very inspiring. And then we get the logo. So do we see some room for improvement there? I mean, obviously we do. You've been watching these long enough that you know exactly what we would do here. And we need more posts. We need more photos. We need photos of the people. People are more interested in seeing the people behind it than they are the building.
It's always the street view, and you think it's the actual picture.
Well, that's all we got to work with. So I don't have anything else to work with on this. So If they gave me something else, I'd love to talk about it. That's all I got. All right, let's go to the website, and I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy this. So here we go. We got a big logo, and we run bookkeeping so you can run your business.
Why is there on the computer? There's a picture of her on the computer.
I do see that. That's kind of funny. Um, so, so okay, I know you guys have watched these long enough to know that. So we need a town in here, and we need a call to action. Learn more is not a good call to action. Let's see where this even takes us.
I think the URL is misspelled.
All right, so yeah, well, okay. Well, we come to at least a package. Um, yeah, is this best case scenario? Obviously, it's not. Um, what are the chances somebody's going to come here and right away say, "Oh, yeah, I want to buy from this one. It looks really, really buttoned up." And I hate to pick on anybody because I'm sure that they do an excellent job once you hire them. I'm sure it's a great bookkeeping company, so don't mistake that. But you can see how you could improve this yourself. A good Google Business Profile gets you business. It gets people calling you, which is exactly what you want. Um, is it likely if you needed a bookkeeper, you're gonna well just right away pay for their service? I don't think that's likely. Um, so you want them to call you, set up that consultation, and that should be the main goal. Main goal isn't to try to get them to purchase when they first go to your website because that's not realistic. That's not going to happen. And I want to look at one more because maybe we'll get a better feel. He doesn't have a website either. Casper.
Ghost.
He's ghosting me on his website. Let's see. We got Connexus. Let's try to find one more. All right, Spillman at least does bookkeeping, so let's just see what their website looks like. Maybe they'll knock my socks off on this one. All right, well, we go right to pricing again. And, okay, so we use a volume-based pricing model. We're able to save you money. So I'm sorry to laugh about this, but if you come to the website and you got a pricing thing, and then they're going to tell you, well, we value base our pricing. Are you going to buy from them? I mean, let's be honest. Spillman and Crane, we need to do better. I'm tried to be nice earlier, but I'm done with being nice. So you want these people to call you or set up a consultation. If you do your Google Business Profile right, you can get that done. All these people looks like need some work. Of course, Roy liked it too, but I just get that feeling that it's not really buttoned up very well in St. George, Utah, for whatever reason. So the long and short of it, use it well. Hopefully, your market is as open as that. The number two way to get people to make sales easier for yourself is helpful content. We've talked about that. Answer questions your ideal clients are already looking for on Google. So if we're looking for what's a St. George bookkeeper that handles auto repair, if I were to have answered that somewhere online, it's probably going to be the only one. They'll end up on my blog, my page, and I'll probably get a booking or a call out of it. Exactly what I want. These are all education. No pitches on these. Just to tell these auto repair people what they need to do in order to to get their books in order. Austin's laughing at me again.
No,
When someone reads 3 of your posts before reaching out to you, they've already decided they like you. They like you. And
Stop looking at
Austin's trying to ice me out here. But you're not selling, you're teaching. You're not selling, you're
teaching.
very good. So he's at least listening to me, surprisingly. So those are the first 2 things that you want to do to make selling easy, and you want people to reach out to you. I'm going to let Austin Uh, just talk to you about the next two things, which should be most interesting.
Okay, another marketing method. Your website. So, a well-built website sells for you 24/7. Some of those clear services, clear pricing or pricing range, clear next step, testimonials and case studies do the convincing, and you just have to show up to the call. What are the odds that this is gonna connect us?
I don't think the odds are good.
Um, I guess they have their services. Pricing range. I don't know. I'm not gonna look for it. I'll just believe it's on there somewhere. Um, Number 4, referrals and word of mouth. Do great work and ask happy clients to leave a Google review. Let your network know what you do and who you help. And you can just say one sentence like, "Oh, I work with restaurant owners who need a bookkeeper. If you know anyone, I'd love an introduction." And there's no pitch and no pressure. So the one thing you can't avoid, the discovery call, but reframe it. You're not there to convince them. You're there to find out if you're a good fit. Ask questions more than you talk. If it's a fit, the next step is obvious, and if it's not, then you just saved both of you guys time. That's not selling. That's a conversation. So, what to do this week? Pick one thing. Claim and fill out your GBP if you haven't. Um, Write one blog post answering a question your clients always ask, and ask your best current client for a Google review. And if none of those are selling, all of them bring clients to you.
All right, so the long and short of all of this is you want people calling you, you want them doing what you want. So I am going to try to see if one of these. I'm going to try one more website. I'm going to just see if we can find one that gives me some, some idea that they kind of knew what they were doing. All right, I'll bite on this. Stay organized.
Those are AI people.
All right, so you can see I pressed stay organized. Now I got to keep clicking stuff, and I'm not going to keep clicking stuff. So here's the thing: make it easy, easy, easy for your clients. How do you do that? First off, you tell them where you're from. You give them a call to action. Your call to action takes them right to either a calendar page, or it's a call to you, a click to call. You do not want them having to click through 25 things to figure out what you're doing. Every single one of these websites in this town, for the bookkeepers, has been close to disastrous. None of them is going to get anybody interested in doing business with them. Let's see. I have to just find one that. All right, Cameron Lewis. He looks like he's got some stuff together there.
Cam I am.
All right, boom! Look at this. Outstanding. What do we got? We got the town in there. CPA accounting advisor. At least we know exactly what he does. Number one resource for startup business, small business accounting. Boom. A click call to action, schedule an appointment. I'm going to click this and see if it works. If it works, we found a winner. All right, I'm fair. Oh, yeah, this is still going to come up. So I am really feeling good about this now. That's exactly what you want. So as a bookkeeper, make it easy for them. Don't make them. You saw that one site. I got to click, and now I got to click through like 5 more things to figure out, exactly what they do and how they do it. I'm not doing that. Make it easy for the customer, and then it's easy to do sales. Make it easy for the customer, and it becomes easy to make sales. That's all I got for you. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.